everyone. It's lovely to see you. Great to see you, everyone. A slight delay by about 40 minutes, but I got there in the end. A few technical issues. Anyway, I'm here now. I hope you are too. It's going to be lovely working with you. So we're going to start seated for me, please. Let's have legs out like this. Should we just do that gentle stretch for the hips? Okay, so feet nice and wide. Pop your hands behind you here, and we're just going to drop down from one side to the other. All right, just take your time. There's no rush. You don't have to do the full distance all the way down if you're a bit bothered about your hips. Just going to breathe gently. Perfect. Well done. All right. Now, if like me, you're actually starting to shuffle further forwards, we're just going to do our last one there. Come back to the middle and then pop your bottom back on your mat. Can you fold your legs for me, please? Lengthen up with your spine. If you're uncomfortable with your knees, take the legs out, have your knees bent. Pop your bottom on a block or a cushion just to get your bottom high off the ground. That can make it easier too. All right? So right arm goes up, breathe in. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out and reach across here. Just lengthen this arm. Can you feel that all the way down your side? Coming up. That's good. Change arms, reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, reach across. Wonderful. We're just going to go slowly, do it again, reach up, waking up through the body. Notice how it feels for you from one side to the other, as we have a tightness sometimes on one side more than the other. Back to the middle here and just roll out the shoulders. Things might crunch, crackle and pop, that's okay. There we go, shake it down. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to add on, all right? Arm goes up, breathe in. Breathe out, reach across. Now you can stay here if you want to, right? Otherwise it's hand on the side of your head here, elbow up. Take a breath in. Now as you breathe out, twist, just turn in your waist. Can you feel that's around your rib cage? And take a breath in. And now the final stage, as you breathe out, can you bring your elbow down to touch your knee? It's tight. It's tight around the rib cage, around the back, the hips, the outer thigh. Multiple areas here being stretched. And we're just going to take the elbow back up to the ceiling. Well done. Good. Now reach your arm up and then gently come up to the top. That's superb. Let's do the other side, okay? So reach up, breathe in, breathe out, reach across. That's good. Now remember, you don't have to do all three stages. Maybe this is you today. This is where you're getting a stretch. Otherwise, it's elbow up to the ceiling, breathe in. Well done. Now breathe out and turn. So there, you know, maybe you think, oh, that's it. That's what I need to stretch. Rib cage. So stay with that one if you want to. Otherwise, final stage, right? And this is deep. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, just slowly, slowly, try and get your elbow down towards your knee. It doesn't have to touch the knee to make it the perfect exercise, the perfect stretch. It's your stretch, it's how you feel inside. So wherever you are in this position, just stay there. Take a breath in. That's it, breathing out. And we're just going to reverse back. Elbow up to the ceiling, well done. Arm up, and then all the way up to the top. And roll. Very good. I love it. Well done. Okay, what about taking those legs out? Sitting up straight. Now again, so knees can be bent. Get your bottom up high off the floor if that helps. Otherwise, tall and straight. The soles of the feet flexed. May I have the toes pointing up to the ceiling? So can you feel your calf muscles? Well done. Take a breath in. Now, as we breathe out, we're going to slouch, okay? So there. That should feel quite comfortable. Less pressure on your back, easier on the hamstrings. So you're doing really well. Let's pop the hands on the floor here. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to bring our chest down closer to the floor. We're going to bend our elbows and we're going to see if we can get our forearms down. Okay, just lengthen your neck. Draw your shoulders down just so they're not tense around your ears, up towards your neck. All right. Now, it doesn't matter, all right, if you're not here, if you're thinking there is no chance I'm going to get my forearms to the floor, that's fine, right? Some of us would be here, stretching like mad, but just not getting very far. That's fine, I promise, all right? You're doing really, really well. Even if you've got your knees bent, all right? It's your stretch time, so it's what you're comfortable with, all right? So wherever you are in this stretch, let's just try and relax with our breathing, all right? So we want to make sure we're not gripping with our teeth. So relax your jaw, all right? Let your head drop. Let your face go all saggy. Take a breath in. Now as you breathe out, relax, okay? Maybe you can come down a little closer, a little deeper. Well done. Now when you're ready, just slowly pushing through your hands to get you up gently to the top. Brilliant. Hands behind the back of your knees, draw them in. Well done. Now sometimes, the hamstrings get in the way. They're too tight, the buttocks, the back. So some of the stretches you might like, some of the stretches you might not. So, as we move away from this, maybe you're better at this. Come on to all fours for me, please. Now, when we're doing this bit, we're going to be either palms of the hands here or put them in a fist if you're more comfortable. We're going to start with our cat stretch. So we begin with the tailbone, tucking it down, tucking it under so we get this lovely stretch going on in the lower back. Now, scoop your tummy out, draw your tummy button up in towards your spine. Head drops down and arch your back all the way from your neck, all the way down along your spine, right down to your tailbone. Take a breath in. Breathe out, coming to a flat back. Beautiful. See how the back feels if we go the other way. So I'm dipping my lower back now, sticking my tailbone up, and I'm looking up. So there's a bit of pressure here in the lower back, but for me today, it feels okay. If it's bothering you, don't do it. Okay, just do the cat stretch again. And also what I like about this stretch is when I lift my head up here, I can feel the stretch in the front here through my abdominal muscles, which feels nice. So let's breathe in. And breathe out, come to a flat back. Let's go again up into cat stretch. Gently dipping down into the dog, but only if you're comfortable with it, okay? If you don't like the dog, just do the cat stretch again. Perfect. Coming to a flat back. Wagging of the dog tail. Hitch one hip up into your waist and snake off to the other side. Can you feel that around your lower back? And again, keep your rib cage still. Just move around your lower back. Well done. Come back to the middle here. We're going to go into puppy pose. You're looking good. All right. So this is going to be for your upper back, your shoulders. Let's have a go, all right? We're going to slide the arms away. Drop your chest down towards the floor. It doesn't have to touch, but your bottom is up in the air. I can feel this in my shoulders, the tops of my shoulders. can feel it, I think, in just sort of around the front of the chest, near the armpits, that section there. And then in my mid-back, like the shoulder blades are squeezing together. Don't actively do that, but just be aware of where you're stretching. Let's take a breath in. That's good. Now as you breathe out, can you sit down to your heels? And we're in a prayer pose. So I'm going to start here initially, keeping my knees together and drop my head down. All right, if you want to, pop a cushion there so you can rest your head on the cushion. Just relaxing my arms. I'm not overstretching them at all. I appreciate for some of us this is really uncomfortable on our knees, having to sit back on them like this. So if you prefer, you do the puppy pose again. I've got another variation here. Could you try just opening the knees out? Then you can drop your chest right down to the floor. How does that feel? Is that easier for your neck? Is it nice on your back? Perfect. Another variation is, can you pop your hands down by your feet? Right, and then drop your elbows to the floor and release across your upper back. Allow the shoulders to drop forwards. Right, again, pop a cushion there to rest your head on if you want to, or just use a rolled hand towel. If you feel like you're squashing your nose against the floor. How does your neck feel if I ask you to turn your head to one side and then release those shoulders again? How does that feel? For some of us, that's quite an uncomfortable pressure on our neck, so you might want to have your hands back out in front again. Can you turn your head to the other side and release the shoulders again? Just checking in on our neck to see how it feels, all right? This can be really easy, while other times it can be really tricky. So if you're bothered about your neck, don't worry about this sort of movement. Let's pop our hands back on the floor in front here and just gently use them to push yourself back up. Well done. Very, very good. Perfect. So come and lay down on your back now. Let's get things really easy on our back. Okay, so lay yourself down and hug your knees in. All right, just rock gently here a moment. Take your time. Whilst we're down here, we want to make sure that we feel really comfortable. So I just use a sheepskin here, but you can just use a blanket. If you've got an exercise mat, great, grab your mat and use that. But, you know, the aim is just to be as comfortable as possible. All right, so lots of padding if you want to. And then we just want to make sure that we're comfortable around our neck. Okay, so sometimes we can be sort of tipping our head back, so we're sort of sticking our chin up to the ceiling and kind of looking behind. And again, that's just an awkward pressure there on the neck. So use a rolled hand towel and pop that just underneath the base of your scalp there, the top of your neck. And that would just help to line up your neck, to straighten it out, to take some of that pressure off. And you just might find that's a much more comfortable position to be in. You're looking really good. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to spread our arms out, let them relax. And gently circle round with your knees. A small circle and a slow circle. So you can just start to feel your back arch off the floor and sink down into the floor. Round again, just breathing gently. Pause. Go around the other way. Very soft and gentle on our back. Breathing gently. You can close your eyes. Well done. Back to the middle. Good. Can you hug your right knee in for me, please, with both hands? Place your left foot down on the floor. right? Now, slide your left leg down. Can you feel that lovely waking up, that stretch in your left leg, the straight leg? And as we hug our right knee in, we can feel it in the back. Perfect. Now we just want to go a little bit deeper. Left hand takes our right knee. Open the right arm out. All right. Take a breath in. Now just slowly, as you breathe out, draw your right knee across your body. Try and keep your shoulder blades on the floor, your rib cage. Just hold it there. Where's that stretch? I can feel it here. Doesn't want to be too deep. You don't want to that point where you've got pins and needles or numbness in your toes. Just ease off. And sometimes we don't feel the stretch here at all, but what we actually feel is a squash, a squeeze of the muscles in the groin here. And that is exactly what you're doing. So sometimes we need to just come back, maybe drop the knee away and take it across so it's a bit lower down. Try it and see, right? Coming back to the middle. Now with this right knee, take hold of it with your right hand. That's it. And draw the knee out to the side. So we've now got a nice inner thigh stretch going into the groin. Breathing gently. It's good. If you want some music on in the background, you carry on. And gently come back to the middle. Can you bring your left knee in now, please? Gently place your right foot down. Let's hug the left knee in with both hands. Breathe in. And breathe out. Slide your right leg down. That's nice. There we go. Just stretch things out. You never have to do everything I ask of you. There might be times where you're thinking, oh, that is the best stretch ever, and you just want to hold it for 2 or 3 minutes. That's absolutely fine. But if you're happy to change, let's take right hand, taking hold of your left knee, left arm, open it out, turn your head to the left, like that. Breathe in. Now as you breathe out, just draw your knee slowly across. All right. So again, trying to keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Moving slowly, not actually moving very much, but feeling and noticing when the stretch kicks in and where. Stay with this for a little bit longer. Just breathe. Well done. Remember, if you're uncomfortable on this side in your groin, you just need to start again, maybe drop the knee away and do it this way. And even sometimes people are better if they straighten the leg. It's all about just fidgeting around and getting just the right stretch point for us, for this very moment, because tomorrow it might feel completely different. Beautiful, really, really good. Come back to the middle. Can you hug both knees in for me, please? We're into the back again. There, draw them in. Chin down towards your throat a little bit there. Just create some double chins. All right, it's not the best of looks, admittedly, but it's taking that pressure off the back of the neck. Really straightening up the neck. It is a hideous look, isn't it? But it doesn't matter, does it? All right, and then just let your head relax. Let's go into frog pose like this. So I'm holding on to my feet and I'm sort of bringing them down into me, and I'm opening out with my knees and I'm pushing my legs out a little bit with my elbows. So we've got a lovely inner thigh stretch. It might be your hips, it might be your back as well, because your lower back's right down into the floor. Hopefully that's comfortable. Right. And some of us, we can do this, but there's no way our head's on the floor. So if you're like this, pop a cushion or a pillow underneath if you want to, so that you can relax in your neck. Well done. So now for the next stretch is opening up into butterfly. No, it's not butterfly. It's happy baby pose, sorry. So here, all right, I've got my legs bent. I'm holding on to my feet. I've got my knees either side of my torso. I've not kept them in. I've opened the legs out wide. And then, how does it feel if you just rock gently side to side? Just a little. It takes the stretch a bit further. I appreciate this is not an easy exercise because there's so much for the body to have to be released. So we've got hamstrings, hips, buttocks, inner thighs and the back. So, but maybe you're thinking, I can do it today, now that we've done all the other warming up and stretching. But it might not be something you'd do first thing in the morning. You might have to build up to it. Good. Okay, let's just pause in the middle here. Let's take a breath in. As you breathe out, can you straighten your legs together and up towards the ceiling? Hold on to them. Hold on to them. All right. We're going to stretch the hamstrings here, but we want to feel it in the calves as well. So point your toes down towards you. And I'm holding onto my legs. All right, you might be here with your legs bent. That's fine. You can grab a hand towel and lasso your feet if you want to. That's quite nice. But we're just here, stretching away. I like it in the hamstrings, but I particularly like it in my calf muscles here. So I like this, flexing the feet. So let's point the toes and pull the toes towards you. That's it. So point away, pull towards you. Keep going, but if you need to stop, if you're finding it really uncomfortable today, then miss it out. Hug your knees in until we finished, okay? Looks good. Wonderful. Now, can you slowly open the legs out? We're supporting them with our hands, opening out into a straddle. Again, if your knees are bent, that's fine, but we are aiming for straight legs. And we're going to support them with our hands, so we're not asking the inner thighs to take the weight of our legs completely. We can help with our hands. And I'd like you to twirl around with your feet. Maybe those ankles are cracking and popping a little bit. That's okay. And round the other way. All right. Notice in your ankles, do you have good range of movement? Or is one worse than the other? And that might be, you might know why. It might be from a bad sprain, or if you've ever broken your ankle, we can lose some of that mobility. That's distance. But let's hold it here. You look amazing. You're doing so well. Use your hands. Let's push the legs in. Brilliant. Now gently just bend your knees and one foot down after the other. Well done. I'm going to ask you now just to take your feet a little bit wider apart, about the width of your mat or the width of your hips. Good. Open your arms out and just gently let your knees sway with momentum. Do you remember the very first thing we started with? We were sitting on the floor, we had our hands behind us, and we had our legs opened out like this, and we were doing this sway. Do you remember that one? It's a bit different here because we can relax the back, but let's see if we can drop the knees all the way down to the right side whilst keeping our chest open and keeping our shoulder blades on the floor. Just hold that there. Good. If you're a bit bothered about your hips, reduce the movement, go much, much smaller. But you may be feeling it down the front of your hip, sort of up into your hip flexor, the very top of your thigh. That's good. All right, we're going to come gently back through the middle. Let's take a breath in. Well done. Now breathe out and lower the knees down to your left side. Good. Just stay here. Close your eyes. You're doing so good. Isn't it just lovely just to be able to spend this time with our body and notice it? You know, just think, I remember that shoulder, or I remember that hip. But to also just be really grateful for our bodies, for what they can do. Gently back to the middle. Well done. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit deeper. So walk your feet in a bit closer, just a sort of normal distance. And we're going to lower our knees down to the right side. So this is a torso stretch, okay? So we're just there. And it's got layers. So you find the layer that works for you. Are you happy if you bend your arms like this? It opens out the chest. If my knees have gone down to the right, I'll be feeling the stretch on my left side of my chest. The deeper again is taking the top leg, the left leg, taking it across the body, so I twist a bit more. All right. Now, some of you will be happy in the same position as me. Some of you will like to lengthen your leg. And it's up to you whether you have your foot on the floor or in the air. In any of these positions, you know, it's your twist. We're never all going to be the same. But hopefully you can breathe, you know, that it's not so deep that you can't take a breath in. And you may even be feeling multiple areas stretching, which is superb. Let's gently ease our way back through the middle here. You're doing really well. And we're just going to let those knees sway. Before we finish, I'd just like us to do the other side so we're nicely evened up, okay? So gently lower down to your left. Let me change the arms, because look, you might want them here. This takes it deeper. All right. And sometimes if we've got bad shoulders or if we've had surgery here across the chest, this is too tight. It's not comfortable. So you find your spot. All right. Now, what about this top leg? Do you want to take it across? Are you going to keep it bent or try straightening it? Again, noticing how it feels from one side of your body to the other side. And then you just let yourself breathe. Well done. Gently coming back through the middle here, and just let your knees sway. Perfect. Hey, that was fantastic. Now, if you're not ready to get up, you just stay here. You get up when you're ready, all right? Throw a blanket over yourself and have a little nap if you need, because I'm broadcasting all over the world. So for some of you, this is your evening session. Some of you, you're the same as me, sort of like midday. Some of you are like really early in the morning. So however it works for you. All right. I'm just going to roll over onto my side and then sit myself up. Now, if you need me, you can contact me, okay? You can leave a message in the comments box below. Some of you are on YouTube, some of you are on Facebook. But there's also my website, all right? If you go to my website, bellpilates.co.uk, you can communicate with me through there. You can send messages, email me. You can email me, that's what I mean, okay? But otherwise, that was lovely. Really nice to work with you, and have a good day. Have a great day. You're absolute superstar. Well done. Cheerio for now. Bye-bye.